Long ago, before electricity chased away darkness, and before people trusted walls more than wisdom, there lived an old woman named MaNyati. She was feared, whispered about, and avoided, because once she had been a witch. But MaNyati was no longer one. She was what the elders called Akasian Zira Yerima, one who abandoned the dark path. And before she died, she revealed a truth that still makes dogs bark at night: the village that never slept. The village of Jivaguru lay between a forest so old it remembered names and a river that carried voices after sunset. During the day, Jivaguru was alive, children laughing, women pounding grain, men repairing huts. But at night, dogs barked. Not the barking of hunger, not the barking of thieves. This barking was wild, angry, afraid. Dogs barked at nothing. They barked at empty paths, at shadows without bodies, at air that felt heavy. People locked doors tighter. Mothers pulled children closer. And every night, someone whispered the same question. Koimbwazedu zirikuona chi chatirikutaza kuona. Enter MaNyati, the ex-witch. MaNyati lived alone at the edge of the village, where the forest began to breathe differently. Her back was bent, her eyes cloudy, but her voice still carried authority. Children were forbidden from going near her hut. She used to fly, people said. She knows the language of spirits, others whispered. She still sees what we cannot. One night, as dogs barked louder than ever, howling, circling, refusing to sleep, the village head Sabuku Dambudzo went to her hut. He did not knock. He waited, because witches, current or former, must be invited to speak. The question that opened old wounds. Sabuku said carefully, "MaNyati, our dogs bark every night. They bark until their throats bleed. Yet no thief comes, no wild animal appears." MaNyati smiled, a sad, knowing smile. "Dogs," she said, "do not bark at what walks on two legs." She stirred the fire slowly. "They bark at what walks between worlds." The Sabuku swallowed hard. "Explain." MaNyati sighed deeply. "Then sit and listen, because once you know, you will never sleep the same again." The secret of dogs. "Before I left witchcraft," MaNyati began, "I learned one truth above all others. Dogs are not just animals, they are guardians of the border." She explained that dogs see layers of the world humans lost long ago. They see spirits before they knock. They hear footsteps before they touch the ground. They smell death when it is still a thought. When dogs bark at night, they are not confused. They are warning. What moves at night? MaNyati leaned closer to the fire. "At night," she said, "3 kinds of beings move freely. 1. The lost spirits, Midzimu Isinakumba. These are souls that never reach their ancestors. They wander, cold and angry," she said. "They look for warmth. Sometimes they follow people home. Dogs bark because lost spirits hate dogs. Dogs remind them of the living. 2. The nightwalkers, Thanofamba Usiku." MaNyati's voice lowered. "These are not ghosts. These are people. People who leave their bodies at night. People who sold their shadows for power. Witches," she admitted quietly. "Like I once was. Dogs bark because nightwalkers carry wrong breath. A living body without a soul smells broken." 3. The thing that mimics. The fire popped loudly. "There is something worse," MaNyati said. "Something that is not human and not spirit. It imitates footsteps. It copies voices of loved ones. It stands at gates but never enters. It feeds on fear. Dogs bark because this thing cannot cross a barking dog." "Why you see nothing?" Sabuku asked the question everyone feared. "If these things exist, why don't we see them?" MaNyati laughed softly. "Because your eyes are daytime eyes." She explained that humans traded night vision for comfort. Dogs kept the old sight. You chose lamps. They chose truth. The night MaNyati stopped barking, she then revealed her darkest secret. "When I was still a witch," she said, "I hated dogs. They barked when she flew. They barked when she returned before dawn. They barked when she carried things that were not supposed to exist. One night," she confessed, "I decided to silence them." She performed a ritual to blind the dogs spiritually. That night, the dogs did not bark. And that was the night 3 children vanished. "They followed a voice calling their names," she whispered. MaNyati's hands trembled. "That is why I left witchcraft. The protection you ignore.
Dogs are not disturbing your sleep, MaNyati said firmly. They are protecting your life. She revealed why dogs bark at certain hours. Between 12 a.m. to 3 a.m., the spirit gate is open. Before dawn, night walkers return. When someone in the house is spiritually weak, dogs often bark at one house more than others. Because something has already been invited, she warned. What you must never do. MaNyati gave strict warnings. X. Do not beat a dog for barking at night. X. Do not tie a barking dog's mouth. X. Do not insult it. Some dogs die protecting homes, she said. And when they die, nothing replaces them. How ancestors use dogs. She told of ancient villages where dogs slept at gates, not inside huts. They were guardians, she said, chosen by spirits themselves. When a dog barked non-stop, elders burned herbs, prayed, and thanked the dog. Now people throw stones. The final warning. As dawn approached, MaNyati stood slowly. One day, she said, dogs will stop barking. The Sabuku's heart froze. And when that day comes, she continued, people will realize too late what silence truly means. She looked toward the forest. Because something only fears being seen. The moral of the folktale. The village never beat their dogs again. And to this day, when dogs bark at night in Jivaguru, people whisper, guard as well. Because in Africa, not everything dangerous makes noise. Some things wait. X. Dogs see what humans ignore. X. Night is not empty. X. Silence is not always peace.